What's up, guys, and welcome back to Hope in the Desert here in OOTP20. Today, we're facing off against the Atlanta Braves in what could be a series ender. Colin McHugh on the mound for us, facing off against Kyle Muller, the lefty. It's time to get into this game. I've been just itching to get back at this. Ender Inciarte is going to lead off for them, followed by Freddie Freeman, Ronald Acuna Jr., and Austin Riley. Ozzie Albies in the fifth spot, Anthony Santander in the sixth, Travis d'Arnaud in the seventh, and Johan Camargo is going to be in the eighth. It's a really strong lineup up top that kind of falls off a little bit towards the end. Kyle Muller had a very good season in 61 innings. We'll see if he can hold it here in the playoffs. For us, leading off, George Valera with a mild strained hamstring. It's minimal, but that may have some impact on him in these playoffs. Seth Beer is going to be batting second. I've moved him up in the lineup because of the lefty. He is a lefty hitter, but some of our other hitters are more heavily affected, like Jazz Chisholm down in sixth. Eduardo Escobar is one who benefits from facing lefties. He's going to be batting in the 3-hole. Luis Gonzalez, it doesn't really matter. He's good at hitting everybody, so he'll be batting fourth. Mondesi in fifth, as mentioned. Chisholm in sixth. Kelly in seventh. Dawson in eighth, and that is the lineup. Let's get into this. So McHugh on the mound to face off against Inciarte. Will follow batter by batter here early on. The pitch is no good. That is a single out into right field, may even be stretched. The throw's going to come in, and that is going to be a leadoff double for Ender Inciarte into right field. And that is not the start we wanted. Freddie Freeman now up at the plate. No outs still in the inning. There's going to be contact into center field. This could drive home the run if the throw from Valera is not good. And it just manages to hold him. Freeman with a single. And now standing at the plate, one of the best hitters in baseball right now, Ronald Acuna Jr. Can McHugh get an out here early on? It would be huge. Strike three called by the ump. He went around, and that is the first out. And now Austin Riley stands in with a runner just 90 feet away from home plate. Could get off to a good start, but it's another strikeout, this time swinging on a pitch down in the dirt. And Colin McHugh has gotten two clutch strikeouts in this first inning. How does he deal with Ozzie Albies? It's a walk, bases loaded, and the situation gets just a little bit more dangerous than it already was as Anthony Santander steps in against McHugh. And that is hit towards the first baseman. It's going to be dealt with by Beer, and the inning is over. Atlanta threatens heavily, but doesn't score. And now Valera stands in. That's strike three. Not even swinging. So 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and an out for Kyle Muller. Just about the perfect start. Beer, this one, grounded weakly to the pitcher, to the first baseman. And that is the second out of the inning. Looking a lot less dangerous than Atlanta here early doors. And that's hit really high, but should be catchable by the shortstop Camargo. And it is. So through one, it's scoreless, but the teams got there in very different ways. We'll see if McHugh can settle down here in the second. And that's going to be a walk. Ball 4, a low fastball. And d'Arnaud now on first base. McHugh still not a clean inning. That's hit into right field. Should be dealt with by Luis Gonzalez, though. And it is. So the fly ball doesn't hurt anything. Kyle Muller stands in. One of the better hitting pitchers in the NL, but he's going to bunt. Is the sacrifice good? It's not. No chance to turn a double play, though. McHugh went after it and got the out at second. And now he only has to get rid of Ender Inciarte to end this inning. That is popped up on the infield. Should be dealt with by Chisholm. It is. And that's the end of the inning. Bottom of the second, Luis Gonzalez. That's hit into left field. Should be easily dealt with, though. And it's going to be caught by Acuna Jr. And Mondesi will step in. Lineup not showing a lot of teeth. Hit to the third baseman Riley and to Freeman. That's his second out of the inning. Jazz Chisholm, what can he do against Muller? Nothing. Straight to the second baseman. So 2 innings gone. We'll stick around for Freeman and Acuna. And that is line down the first base line. Beer deals with it himself for the first out of the inning. McHugh already at 40 pitches. Acuna, the pitch, and that's ball 4. So Acuna, always a threat on the base pass, is going to be lurking at first base. And Austin Riley at the dish. That's popped up. Will it be McHugh or Beer to deal with it? It will be Beer. And he's got it while McHugh covers first. 2 outs away here, and Ozzie Albies at the plate. And that is going to be a steal attempt by Acuna, and he is safe. So runner in scoring position now. 1 strike. We go to a 2-strike count and a strikeout. That's huge for Colin McHugh, who's just doing enough. We go to runners in scoring position now, towards the heart of this game, and Ronnie Dawson has gotten himself on. 2 outs, and it was a steal from him that got him here. George Valera now with a 2-strike count. Will it be the end of the inning? It will. So another strikeout for George Valera, and you wonder if that hamstring is affecting him. As we go to the top of the 4th, can McHugh get through a clean one? He can. Clean frame for Colin McHugh. What about for Kyle Muller? Another clean frame for him. McHugh has to face Muller and then the murderer's row at the top of the lineup, and he gets through it. And Kyle Muller now has to face the bottom half of the order for us, and Carson Kelly manages to get on. Again, a 2-out situation with a runner in scoring position for Arizona. Can we move them over? Ronnie Dawson, bring him home, baby. It's going to be an intentional walk. And that'll bring up Colin McHugh, which is going to force us to consider a substitution. He's at 69 pitches. Is it worth trying to get the 2-out hit in what's so far a very close game? I think I'm going to leave him in. I just can't imagine a situation where he comes out in the next inning or so, the way he's pitching so far. We're going to leave him in. And it is a strikeout, so that may come back to haunt us. It was a bold decision not to put in a pinch hitter. Colin McHugh really needs to reward that faith here. Acuna, Riley, and Albies all up, and it's a clean inning. So at least somewhat vindicated by that. Kyle Muller only sitting on 59 pitches. Will it be a clean inning for him? It will. And now we're at the top of the 7th. Colin McHugh at 83 pitches. We'll go batter by batter for him as the pitch count starts to get higher. That's another strikeout for him. 7 on the night, and he has really settled down. He'll face Travis d'Arnaud. d'Arnaud hits this one to Beer, who should deal with it easily, and that's the second out of the inning. And now Johan Camargo steps up. Will he be dealt with as well? He is. 8 strikeouts on the night for Colin McHugh. Beautiful curveball. And now to the bottom of the 7th we go. After a brief stretch, Luis Gonzalez to lead off. He's not had a good postseason. Can he start to redeem himself? He can't. That is a strikeout on a fastball away. And Adalberto Mondesi steps in to try and get something going for these Diamondbacks. That is hit deep into left field. Could it be? It is! Adalberto Mondesi. Oh my goodness, out of nowhere. It was a no-hitter. And Mondesi breaks it up 1-0 at Arizona. Oh my goodness. What a piece of hitting for Mondesi. He comes up clutch. And that will do it on the night for Muller. Thomas Burrows, very good against lefties, will come in to face Jazz Chisholm. We'll stay with it at least for the first batter. And that is hit into the gap, into left field, and that is a single thought about going around, but ultimately not deep enough. And that's Jazz Chisholm on first base. Carson Kelly. He hits this one into center field. A diving catch, though, by Inciarte. What an amazing play that is. And 2 outs now. Ronnie Dawson. Does he have something big in him? It's been a good playoffs for him so far, but that is going to be right at Albies. And that is going to do it. Throw to first is good. So we move to the top of the 8th. Colin McHugh at 99 pitches. We are going to get somebody warming up just in case. And we'll just hope that we don't need him. It'll be Kevin Ginkel warming up in the bullpen as McHugh faces Bryson Stott, the pinch hitter. And that looks like it's gone. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. A frozen rope, and Bryson Stott, 360 to right field, ties this game up. And just when you thought it was going so well for Colin McHugh, all seems to have fallen apart. And for both pitchers, it was going well until it wasn't, as it is so often the case. Ender Inciarte at the dish now. McHugh needs to limit the damage. We're going to tell him to pitch around Inciarte. That's hit fairly well into right field. Could it be another? Oh my goodness. Back to back for the Braves. A home run, 427. Oh, and that is heartbreaking. And nothing really that we could have done about it. Did the best that we could. Ginkel is still cold. And I think we're going to take a mound visit to give him a little bit more time. McHugh says he trusts the guys in the bullpen. It's your call. Oh, man. Against Freddie Freeman. Do we make the switch? I think we have to. Ginkel's not totally warmed up, but he's not cold anymore after the mound visit. And he'll face Freddie Freeman, who, to be fair, has not had a great postseason, but we know he's a very dangerous hitter. Ginkel the pitch. And it's a walk. Not how you want to start off your inning, especially with Acuna lurking. What can Ginkel do? Can he keep this game close? That's into right field. It's going to get down. And the throw is going to go over to third. Will Freeman make it in? It looks like he will. He's safe at third. So a runner 90 feet away, another on first. Austin Riley at the plate and no outs. This could go south quickly for your Diamondbacks. Ginkel, he gets the strikeout of Riley. That's huge. And to be honest, we should probably have somebody warming up behind him. We'll get Jimmy Sherfy up just in case things go very south and we need to save the bullpen. Ozzie Albies now. Is he the difference for Atlanta? Oh, it's a center field line drive, and that is going to bring in Freddie Freeman. So 3-1 now the lead in the top of the 8th. And it is not looking like a sweep is likely for the Diamondbacks. Strike 3 on Santander gets the second out of the inning, but it is still not looking good. We're going to stick with Ginkel, though, for d'Arnaud. Needs this out. Strikeout. That was big. And now to the bottom of the 8th. Obviously, we're going to pitch in for Ginkel because we are in bad shape. They'll be facing AJ Minter, the lefty. So whatever we do, we don't want to put a lefty in. And with that requirement, Carlos Tocci would be the guy. If we look at his ratings, he is a lot better versus right-handers, but it's still not good. Or excuse me, versus lefties, but it's still not amazing. Do we risk it with a left-hander? Somebody like Nolan Jones, who's had success pinch hitting before, doesn't have a ton of fall off against lefties. Maybe Andy Yerzy. Oh, it's a difficult decision. Since it's leading off the inning, I'm going to go with Tocci. He's got a little bit of speed about him. I think he can probably get on base. And the right-handed bat against Minter might be important. We'll find out. Minter to pitch. It's into left field. Is it going to get through? It does. Just about makes it through the infield, and Carlos Tocci has gotten himself a single, and he is just a few short hits away from scoring. George Valera, who's been so good in this postseason, what can he do against AJ Minter? It's lefty on lefty. He slices one into center field. It just gets down. Tocci thinks about going to third, but eventually comes to his senses, and now runners on first and second for Seth Beer. Minter yet to get an out. Can the comeback begin right here? Strikeout for Beer. And now it falls to Eduardo Escobar, who we know is much better against lefties. Can he crack the code? He's hit by the pitch. And that is going to load the bases for guess who? Luis Gonzalez. Will he be the hero or will he be the scapegoat? Luis Gonzalez, the pitch is in. It's a wild pitch. Tocci comes home. He scores. And now with one out, it's a one-run deficit. Luis Gonzalez, the shift is on for him, but he could still be the hero here. It's a strikeout. And Gonzalez sulks his way back to the dugout. Adalberto Mondesi, the big mid-season acquisition. Will he do the business for us? 2-strike count. It's a strikeout. He doesn't even swing the bat. And we get one back, but it could have been so much better. And Jimmy Sherfy is going to have to come into this game just to keep it close. And we're going to warm up. We're going to warm up Kyle Wright behind him. He faces Camargo and then the pinch hitter Jackson. Strikeout for Camargo. Beautiful job by Sherfy. And Alex Jackson in now. So they've done a double switch. He's now actually playing catcher. Got a lot of power to him, but not much else. Can Sherfy get him out? It's another strikeout for Jimmy Sherfy. And Endir Inciarte is the only one standing in the way. And it's a hit just over Chisholm into left field and a single. And Freddie Freeman standing at the plate. We'll put our trust in Jimmy. He's done so well for us all season, and it's 3 strikeouts in 4 batters faced. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. So crucially. Chisholm, Kelly, Dawson, and a pinch hitter if need be. Jazz Chisholm. What can he do? That's shot into left field. It's going to get down, and this could be extra bases. Chisholm rounding into second. The slide is good, and he is safe. A leadoff double for Jazz Chisholm. And now a new pitcher for Atlanta, Corbin Klaus, to face Carson Kelly. And it gets through. This might be enough to score Chisholm. He comes home. The throw, is it good? It's safe. Carson Kelly, the man who's been with us since the beginning, gets the RBI single and advances to second on the throw. And that is sensational. Could it be a walk-off for Ronnie Dawson? It's going to be a walk. And we have accidentally inserted Kyle Wright too early, so we're going to have to burn him. I'm going to go with Nolan Jones as the pinch hitter. He's the man that I trust, if it'll let me. I am confused as to what's happening, but I want Nolan Jones in as that pinch hitter. Looks like it's not going to happen for us. Maybe it's because we already inserted somebody for the pitcher, which would have been Kyle Wright, so that's a huge mistake on my part. Wright does hit this one, but it's going to be an out into left field, and there's no way for Kelly to advance on that. He just doesn't have the speed for it. So that's my fault. It could come up big, but with only one out, the lineup turns over, and George Valera is here. And that is going to be popped into center field. Should be easily dealt with by Inciarte. And Kelly, again, no chance to advance. Seth Beer, 979 OPS this playoffs. Will he come up big? It's a wild pitch. Both runners advance. Second and third now. 2 outs. 2 strikes. The biggest moment of our postseason so far. And Corbin Klaus, I think it's going to get down. It gets down. Seth Beer, he has given us the lead. I can't believe it's happened. It's a walk-off RBI double. That's ball game. That's the series. It's a sweep. Thank you very much. Good night. Almost midnight here in Arizona. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but we are going to the World Series, I think. Oh my goodness, we are just on fire. Oh my goodness. And it's official. We're going to the World Series. If you take a look at the playoff tree, the Indians have won, and they are advancing as well. It'll be the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the Cleveland Indians in the World Series, and I just cannot believe it. Could this be our year? Could this be our moment? It's been so long for the Diamondbacks faithful, but this just might be it. It'll be John Duplantier and then Corbin Burns, then Kikuchi, then McHugh, in that order, to pitch for us. And the series starts on October 26th, so we'll have to sim ahead a couple of days. I'm still not quite over that. Seth Beer, man, how huge was that? Oh my goodness. We are all about the drama here in Arizona. Oh man, and here it is. The series against Cleveland. I said at the start of the postseason, this is how we're going to handle it. We go until one team is in danger of being eliminated. The first game, it's against Corey Kluber. Let's take a quick look at the Indians as a team. So they'll be putting out Corey Kluber at 35, Shane Bieber, Carlos Carrasco, and Danny Salazar. A lot of injuries for them, including Socrates Brito, who we traded to them. Ketel Marte still in the lineup for them. Had a pretty decent year as well. Bullpen looks very solid. And the lineup, Zemmer, Very interesting player. 30 contact. That's not good. Jake Bauers behind Jose Ramirez, who's an absolute superstar still. JD Martinez, Bobby Bradley, Francisco Lindor, Kai Tom, Ketel Marte, and Kevin Plawecki. It's a good lineup. It's a good pitching staff. I don't know if it's better than ours. I have to think that ours is just slightly better in terms of quality. We'll simulate the first game here. Duplantier on the mound. Can he get us the win? And it is a barn burner, 14-7. The Diamondbacks defeat the Cleveland Indians. Let's go to the box score. It was not pretty from either starter. Corey Kluber, 4 innings, 6 earned runs. John Duplantier only gets through 3 and gives up 4 earned runs. Jared Miller comes in and gives up 3 earned runs. And then we put the brakes on. Kyle Wright comes in, does a fantastic job, 5 Ks in almost 3 innings. Gets us to Archie Bradley, who goes 3 innings for the save. And I guess at that point it was out of hand because we had gotten to Mike Clevenger for another 3 runs, and then to Jonathan Holder for another run, to Johnny Venters, who's still pitching at the age of 36, for another 3. And by that point, it was just all over. Who was the player of the game? It was Seth Beer. What a surprise. And looking at the stats, you can tell why. Beer with some timely hitting. Jess Chisholm, an argument as well. But overall, just an excellent offensive showing for us. George Valera with a home run, Seth Beer with a home run, Ronnie Dawson with a home run, and Jazz Chisholm with a home run as well. Absolutely excellent stuff for us. And we move on to the second game in Cleveland. Corbin Burns to face Shane Bieber, who's struggled so far in the postseason. Can we put together another win? And we get our first loss of the playoffs. We get tagged for 5 runs. And Shane Bieber just managed to do enough. 6 innings of 2-run ball. It was only 3 strikeouts, but it didn't matter in the end. And Corbin Burns, not a good showing for him. Both of our starting pitchers really struggled. 4 earned runs over 5 1/3 innings. Jimmy Sherfy comes in, and Yohan Lopez gives up a pity run at the end, which didn't really matter. That's a shame. That is a shame. So we know that we'll see Duplantier again, which has not happened yet in a series. Carlos Carrasco now to start Game 3 alongside Yusei Kikuchi for us. Neither starter having a dominant postseason. And I am going to slightly change up the strategy. I think we are leaving our starters in a little bit too long. We're going to get a bit quicker with the hook on both our starters and our relievers. We'll see if that affects anything as Kikuchi takes on Carrasco. And it is another loss, 5-3. That is a rough one to take. More extensive in our use of the bullpen this time, but just a horrific start for Kikuchi. 3 earned runs in 2 1/3. 5 runs that weren't necessarily earned. So the defense not doing a great job either. Carrasco goes 6, hands it off to Zurak, and Abreu gets the 2-inning save. And that does not feel good. That does not feel good at all. In serious danger here for the first time in these playoffs. We move on to Game 4 in Arizona. It's Colin McHugh, who's been good, against Danny Salazar. And it's a squeaker, 4-3. Chisholm with a home run that was huge. It was only a solo home run, but it turned the tide of the game. And let's see how it shook out. McHugh did just enough, 4 1/3 innings, 1 earned run, and an extra unearned run. Archie Bradley comes in and gives up 1, but then after that it is straight bullpen dominance, 2 Ks each for Sherfy, Ginkel, Lopez, and DeMarcus Evans, who picks up his 4th save of the postseason. Hasn't had a ton of work. Salazar gives up 2 earned runs in 5 innings, but it's really Luis Oviedo who we get to. 2 earned runs over 2 innings, and then Sandlin was there to clean it up for them. It's a good, solid win, one that we can be proud of. What kind of cliffhanger are we going to leave this? Are we going to leave this on? Oh boy, Kyle Kluber, I am just sweating so much right now. This is so tense. John Duplantier. Neither team on the brink of extinction, but both looking to take a huge and pivotal game. Will it be us or will it be the Indians? It's the Indians. And so we'll have to win 2 in a row if we want this World Series. Duplantier, it's not a bad start for him. 2 earned runs over 6. But Ginkel, Kriebel, both let us down. 2 earned runs apiece. And that was the game. Corey Kluber comes up huge. 7 innings and only 1 earned run. That's an ace for you. When you need them most, they come in and they do the business. Oh, that's tough. It was going so well up until the 7th inning, and then it all fell apart. 6-1, and that's where we'll leave off on this cliffhanger. Indians 3, Diamondbacks 2. Oh boy. It will be really disappointing if we can't claw this one back, but it's been such a good season to get to this point. And next episode we'll find out if it'll be glory or if it'll be just the bowels of despair. I hope you've enjoyed that episode. It was certainly an exciting one. And, I mean, if you didn't enjoy that, I don't know what to say. That was an episode that had everything. It's got a bit of drama. It's got a ton of excitement. And I will see you guys on the next one. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Not for me, but for the YouTube algorithms. And I'll see you guys soon. I'm going to go take a lie down and just try and relax. See ya.